public service is under attack, what we do? And when we fight, we win. When we fight, we win.
Defend public services. No cuts. No layoffs. No cuts. No layoffs. No cuts. No layoffs. Defend public services. Defend public services. No cuts. No layoffs.
Layoff notice with this new budget presented. So we're out here. That's why we're out here rallying. These are actual people, you guys, that will no longer have a job to work in, and especially with this budget. That's why we're really out here.
President Teresa Rutherford. All right. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. When public service are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up for that.
What do we do? So the mayor is proposing to lay off 1,400 workers. Guess what? At the same time, we have rich corporations who are refusing to pay their fair share of taxes, right? And guess what? Because they don't want to pay their fair share of taxes, our deficit is being driven by their greed. Almost 50% of that deficit is being driven by rich corporations who are benefiting from our work, our service, this city, and are refusing to do what they are supposed to do, which is pay their fair share. And so we are demanding that these corporations who benefit from our work, benefit from San Francisco, benefit from the services that we deliver every day, pay their fair share, because the budget will not be balanced on our backs. Okay? So this, if the mayor continues to protect these folks and, work on us and force us to have to take cuts, that is the definition of waste, fraud, and abuse. And so, no cuts to public services, no cuts to workers. Hold corporations accountable and balance the budget. And so, when public service is under attack, what do we do? What will we do? When public services are under attack, what do we do? And that's what we do, and we will not back down. Hold corporations accountable, balance the budget on their backs, not ours, not on the citizens of San Francisco, not on the workers, not on the vital services that this community needs. We will stand up, we will fight back, and we will win. And so to end this part of it, as I leave you, just remember, when we fight, we win. When we fight, we win.
That we're not going to let them take away our services. We're not going to let them balance the budget on the backs of our people and our working class people. We're not going to let San Francisco suffer because he decides that we need cuts here and there. With that being said, Sister Sarah.
Thank you. All right, I just want to reiterate that we're asking that the mayor work with us, that this budget not be balanced on the backs of our workers. They need to make corporations like Airbnb pay their fair share of taxes and stop contracting out our essential services. With that, I want to hand it over to Juan Garcia. He is with the Chinese Community Development Center. Let's give it up.
Good afternoon now. How's everyone doing? My name is Juan Alejandro Garcia Ramirez, and I am with Chinatown Community Development Center, representing the SRO Collaboratives and the Code Enforcement and Outreach Programs. Can I just say, before I get into my feel that it's so wonderful to see all of you here today, members of advocacy groups, nonprofits, and our powerful labor unions. San Francisco is a union town. Can we say that again? Like I said, I'm here representing a coalition of SRO collaboratives and the Code Enforcement and Outreach Program Organizations, or CEOP as we know it. We are a cost-saving program that provides specialized code enforcement assistance to tenants and, yes, even to some landlords of all types of housing units and buildings. The SRO collaboratives and code enforcement program as a whole serve as partners to the Department of Building Inspection to expedite building repairs issues. We often actually achieve quicker resolutions to the most common repair issues in units and other building issues, such as faulty appliances, leaky facilities, or even pest infestations. People with disabilities and families with minors know how to act and react should a fire engulf the building. Our services keep people housed. Without CEOP and the SRO collaboratives combined, we run the risk of families with children being pushed out when a landlord fails to repair or eliminate pests. Without CEOP and the SRO collaboratives, we run the risk of seniors and people with disabilities suffering in their units because the landlord has not repaired the elevator for days. The CEOP and SRO collaboratives prevent unwarranted, unlawful evictions due to lack of maintenance and systematic neglect. We are asking the Board of Supervisors and the Mayor to follow the Building Inspection Commission's recommendations on how this program can continue to be funded. This includes sensible and tactful increases to the already low fees charged by the Department of Building Inspection that, one, funds this program in full, and two, small local mom and pop construction businesses that we need to stand together, as we see here today, with our nonprofit organizations, our advocates, and our union members, to voice our concerns to the mayor and to the Board of Supervisors, to take a stand, for the seniors, the people with disabilities, the families with children. Therefore, we ask supervisors, we call on you to add back the SRO collaboratives and CEOP funding into the Department of Building Inspection's budget and increase any fees that will save this program. And lastly, I want to mention the current attempt to remove $56 million from our city, our home, where we can use this funding to provide housing for families so they don't have to live out on the street in their vehicles or RVs. They are proposing to remove $56 million and start building different types of shelters, removing services, sweeping services, and removing family shelters. We ask that the $56 million remain in our city, our home funding.
Yes!
So what are we going to do? Take a stand. No cuts.
No cuts.
No layoffs.
No layoffs.
Thank you.
Everybody, let's give it up for one. Wow, I'm just looking around at all these powerful people, and it is an amazing view from up here. Rhonda Reddick, she was recently laid off from DPH. Let's give a big round of applause for the courage of Rhonda.
Everybody. I am Rhonda Reddick. I'm here with my team. We are Hope SF. Hope SF! Hope SF is a program 2005. Hope SF serves District 10, residents of District 10. We provide mental health services, nursing services, clinical services, health and wellness education for our residents. After 20 years, the city is proposing to cut the Hope SF program.
Never.
By cutting this program, it's going to have a huge negative impact on the residents in District 10. We are here standing together to fight to keep the program in District 10, to continue to support our residents.
Fight!
No program.
I just want to say, Rhonda's a San Francisco native too, went to high school together, and we here at City and County at DPA. So, we're definitely here, and we are the people that grew here. We didn't flew here, we grew here. So, we're not just we're also residents. So with that being said, I went through my due diligence in representing my chapter of San Francisco General Hospital. I just want to let the city and the community and all the rest of the workers know that some of my members that work in the mental health facility, the old Murph Behavioral Health Unit in the back of San Francisco General is being threatened cuts, as well as they are trying to evict our residents, our long-term residents that have been living here. So save the RTFE and save the R. Please. Support public services, everybody. So with that being said, I want to lead into our next speaker. This is one of my sisters. We are totally in line, Public Alliance. The Public Employees Committee is not anywhere else without 21-10-1, and of course our brothers and sisters in the trade.
My name is Osha Ashworth. I'm an assistant business manager with AB&B Local 6, representing the city and county electrical workers, about 850. We've done for over a century. They work at Muni, they work at DPW, they work at the port, Reckham Park, the airport, keeping airplanes running, keeping the clean water and clean power coming to San Francisco from Hetchy. These workers, as all these city workers, are essential workers. The proposed layoffs are not something that has to happen at this time.
Yes.
We've always done the work, the hard work, to keep the city running.
Yes.
We're here during every crisis the city's faced, and we'll be here long after this one and long after this budget gets sorted out. San Francisco cannot afford to lose workers that knows the city inside and out. They have relationships with people in different neighborhoods, and they take years to train and replace. By laying off city workers, they're choosing to make the city less capable of handling the next crisis. That's not fiscal responsibility. That's short-sighted, irresponsible policymaking that will cost San Francisco far more in the long run. Reductions in the city workforce historically have either created longer times for completing work, cost more in overtime coverage, or ended up being contracted out due to a lack of available workforce. We're committed to working through this budget process to help find cost savings through reductions in contracting out. These contractors lack the accountability that our city workforce is held to. We need to protect public services. You can't have a San Francisco recovery without the workers who will actually do the work to make the recovery happen. Let's stick to a balanced budget without layoffs. Thank you.
Next up, I would like to introduce Jose Luis Pavone from Homey. Let's give it up for Jose.
Welcome to this city. Who makes a welcome to this city?
We do violence prevention in the Mission District. We're on the 16th and Mission corridor that's all over the news. And we run a food pantry there. We work with high-risk youth. We run an emergency rental assistance program, and we just got a 50% cut. We're laying off half of our staff right now. by immigrants. This city was built by the working class, by working families. We're not here to beg for charity. We're here to demand our fair share of the wealth that we created here. We run this city. For example, the mayor is proposing a 100% cut to community food hub programs, including our pantry, affecting poor people, disabled people, seniors, retirees. How dare you, Mayor Lurie? How dare you, Board of Supervisors, threaten to balance the budget on the backs of poor people, the most vulnerable, when we're one of the wealthiest cities in the world. We need Mayor Lurie to be a democratic mayor that governs for all of us, and that means having the courage to confront Airbnb. Make them pay their minimum taxes. Make them follow the law of the city of San Francisco.
Make them pay.
So we're here to fight for what's ours. We're not here to beg for anything. Si se puede. Everybody repeat after me. Si se puede. Si se puede.
Afternoon, siblings. My name is Pete Wilson. I'm Executive Vice President for Team WU, Local 250A. And we represent over 2,000 muni operators. We drive the buses, the trolleys, the streetcars. They're not trolleys, they're streetcars. That's San Francisco or New Orleans for you. They're not trolleys, the streetcars and the cable cars, brothers and sisters. SFMTA has been cutting lines to save money. Who's okay with that? We need money to bring back services, to get people around, to get people to work. I'm going on vacation with my family. I still have that right. I have not been laid off. I'm going on vacation in August. Am I going to spend the night at somebody's house who's on vacation or rented an extra place to rent it to me to get some corporation money and so they can not pay their fair share in San Francisco? I'm going to pay for a hotel room in a hotel room where they hire union workers. Is that a good idea? You know what irritates me is people who have immigrated to this country or their, ancestors immigrated to their country and then they forget about it. My grandfather immigrated to San Francisco in 1921. He got a union job in San Francisco as a cement finisher. That brought him into the middle class. What is the backbone of this country?
Middle class.
Middle class is the answer. One more time. What is the backbone of this country?
Middle class.
And that is a union job, brothers and sisters. Union. Union.
Power.
Union.
Power.
We represent uni operators. We represent 7410 automotive service workers that help keep those buses running, that help keep the vehicles running for the parking control officers, who help keep our safety personnel, like police officers, keep their cars running and keep cars running out at the water department. Do we want water? Yes is the answer. At the airport. We represent curators in that library and at the airport. Anybody's kids ever go learn anything at the Randall Museum? You want that cut? No, you don't. How about Department of Public Health, disease control investigators that investigate COVID and HIV and other transmittable diseases to help stop the spread of disease? Do you want their jobs cut? No! How about health inspectors that we represent that make sure the restaurants and other businesses are clean where you might be eating? Do you want their jobs cut? No! They also look at toxic waste sites to make sure that stuff is clean. Do you want that cut? No! All right. They have cut the hiring, now they're doing layoffs. We say no. What do you think about layoffs? No! Union power! Union power!
But Sister Tina from all my Usos, please come up here, sis.
Yo, what's up, everybody? My name is Tina Sataraka Faisala. I am a program coordinator as well as a mental health therapist with all my Usos. And yeah, all my Usos means all my brothers and all my sisters. So everyone who is here today, y'all are my brothers and y'all are my sisters. I am here to say that budget cuts comes at the cost of communities of color, communities of the marginalized, the oppressed, and low to no income families and individuals. And we are here today to re-emphasize no more. The budget that the mayor has proposed is still creating the same failed strategies towards a new day in the city of Frisco. Because slapping a Band-Aid on issues that they discovered is not a solution to addressing the root causes of homelessness, food insecurity, housing crisis, crimes, poverty, and health disparities in the city of Frisco. 93% cuts to food security programs is not how you create a better San Francisco. That is creating a pipeline to layoffs, to no jobs, to no income, to increase of poverty. And I say again, 93% cuts to food security programs means that our people are going to be placed on survival mode. And I'm here to say no more will our people get the end of the stick. No more will we sit back and allow those in power to dictate what our community needs are. We are the ones that are meeting the needs of our people. We are the ones who are providing direct services to those who share a commonality with our lived experiences. We are the ones who are creating communities that thrive. So we are here to say to those who drafted this proposal, no more, because the people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
Bianca Polomina, president of IFBTE Local 21. Local 21 is 13,000 proud Bay Area public sector workers. We provide essential public services to San Francisco businesses, residents, and visitors. We serve you, the public, and this city doesn't run without us. Now I've got a question for everybody here. How many of you here depend on your paycheck to pay your bills, your rent, your mortgage, your groceries? How many of you? That's right. That's all of us. Well, there's one person around here who doesn't. And that's the mayor. And his choices show it.
Because he's
We're
rich.
here today fighting back against the sham budget that punishes us, regular people, and serves greedy companies like Airbnb. And that's what the mayor has chosen to do. He's chosen layoffs and cutting our services and our community's essential safety nets. He's never known the pain of losing a livelihood, a paycheck. Does this sound like someone else we know in Washington, D.C.? Well, right now, the budget is with the Board of Supervisors, and the Board of Supervisors gets to choose too. So we're going to be at the Budget Committee meeting right in there on the second floor at 1:30. We're going to be telling the board our stories and asking them to stand with us. Join us inside, second floor, 1:30. And if you live in the city like me, you should be calling and emailing your supervisor and telling your supervisor to stand with the people. Protect public services, no layoffs.
No layoffs.
All right, now, let's give City Hall a little warning right now about what happens when politicians have their priorities wrong and make the wrong choices.